So last class, we went through the content for the unit Managed Project Human Resources. We did the lesson. Today, what we want to do is to complete the online quiz and the observation. Okay? So, last class, you had the chance to complete the lesson. Of course, if you haven't, then you need to complete this in your own terms. And that probably may help you as well with the online quiz. So for the...
Sorry.
Yeah.
I already done all the assessments and I don't have the observations, but I'm only missing the observations.
All right,
because
cool.
this is my last class.
This is your last class, yes.
Yes.
So we are going to do the observations with you, and let me just check Alex's situation then.
Okay, thanks.
Axel, sorry. All right, Axel, have you done the lesson for this unit?
No, not yet, teacher.
Not yet, because you didn't came to the last class, yeah?
No, I can't.
All right, correct. So could you please go to the lesson for the unit Managed Project Human Resources? All right. And with Virginia, I will run the observation. Give me 1 second. Okay. All right, Virginia. So let's talk about the first question, please. Have a look at the first question. The first question is about, all right, we need to determine resource requirements for individual tasks. So first, we need to determine what are the resource requirements for individual tasks. So we can determine required projects, personnel levels, and competencies. Try to understand that before I ask you the question.
But I don't do, where are we looking at? Because I don't have the observations here.
Sure, I know your system. I'm going to share my screen with you.
Okay. Oh, okay.
All right, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. So we need to determine the resource requirements for individual tasks. What is the meaning of that? What is the meaning of determine resource requirements for individual tasks?
So I guess it's like what type of skill workers we need for doing a specific task. So what qualifications they have or what they can bring to the team.
That's really good. That's really good. All right. Let's go to the number 2. Why we need to know what is the project organization, what is the structure of the organization for us to align the individual and group competencies with the project task. Why we need to know if the organization is flat. Why we need to know if the organization is vertical or hierarchical.
Because we need to borrow people from other teams. So we need to know how it works to know who to ask for it.
Spot on. Spot on. Perfect answer. All right, the item number 3. When we talk about resources, we're talking about people resources, and we're talking about tools and technological resources too. Right, let's just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
All right. When we allocate the personnel to the project, we are allocating them against the project timeline. For us to define the project timeline, we need to do something before. what is the name of that activity in project management that we need to do, that we need to run before we can define the project timeline or the project budget.
It's a charter, project chart.
We need to have the project chart. The project chart for us to, of course, have an idea of what the project will be about, and also to have a formal approval of the project. Well done. Okay, Virginia, last class, we talked about the importance of you having a good relationship with a human resources manager.
Yes.
So the question 4 is asking us a little bit about that. Why you as a project manager, why you need to have a good relationship with the human resources manager of the company that you're working for?
Because we don't have a team and you'll need to get a team from different departments. So you need to have a good relationship because he's gonna be the one who send you people.
100%. All right, let's go to the question number 6. Now, when we define the roles and responsibilities of someone, what we are trying to do is to be very, very clear about the activities that the individual need to complete, what is the timeline that that individual have available to complete that activity, and also we need to describe what else is important. So we need to tell that person, all right, you need to do this, when you need to do this, and what else?
And what?
And what else do you think we need to add to that role and responsibilities description?
So the time, the activity, the task.
Yeah.
And probably the budget.
Correct. Well done. We need to be very clear about these 3 elements. When we define the roles and responsibilities document, which is basically a paragraph that will describe what is the role of anyone in the project team, we need to disclose what is the task, when it has to be completed, and what is the budget that is available for that activity to be completed. Perfect answer. Well done. All right. Now, in terms of hierarchies, what is the organizational chart? Usually, what is the organizational chart of a project? Who is at the top? Who is at the middle? Who is at the bottom?
So at the top is the company directors. Then we and the functional managers, and then at the bottom, all the others.
Correct. So at the top, we have the board, we have the managing directors. At the middle, we have we. When you say we're talking about project managers and functional managers, all right? And then at the bottom, we have workers, we have support staff, and everybody else that is included somehow in the project. All right, one question is just to make sure that you know this item properly. Yes. The project sponsor in the hierarchy is at the middle, at the bottom, or at the top?
At the top.
At the top, likely the project sponsor is a company director as well. Okay. Likely. So, yeah, good answer. All right. Question number 8. Before we define what are the project human resources required, we need to run some estimations. All right. And for us to define what could be a good estimate, we can take advantage of information that we already have. What information will be handy for you to estimate the human resource requirements of a current project?
Is it a lesson learned that we look for all documents for other projects in the past? Yes.
Wow. Wow. Perfect answer. Well done. I'm so impressed. It's not an easy question, this one. The lessons learned is the document that you use, because that will tell you if last time the selection you did in terms of human resources was appropriate, was a plus, was a positive, or in the other hand, it was not, which will be reflected in the lessons learned register document of your previous project. And that is the data and information that you go through before you estimate the human resources of a current project. Wow. Extremely impressed. Well done. This is your last class, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, I reckon you're proving yourself what you have learned. And I'm very, very happy for you and also for us to see those results. Like, that really means a lot to me. To have a student answering an assessment like this, so far perfect, is really, really emotional, I would say.
Mm.
All right, now let's go to the next question. Sometimes, question number 10, sometimes we don't have enough people in the company. We don't have the right talent in the company to complete the project team. What you will do as a project manager if you are facing that situation?
To get resources from outside the company.
To get the resources from outside the company. Now, one question. All right, so you're saying that the project team, individuals of the project team can be outside the company. And that is right, that is correct. So the question is correct. But I just want to add something else to that question. The project manager, can the project manager be someone that is outsourced as well? Or has
Yes.
the project manager to be someone that works within the company?
I think it can be both, right?
It can be both. Project managers, they can be part of the company, and that is completely fine, or can be someone working outside the company as a contractor, as a project manager, contractor, or expert, and that is completely normal too. So yeah, good answer. Now, the project sponsor, which is this person that is accountable for the project, yeah, that is that person required to be someone working within the company 100%, or could be the project sponsor as the project manager, as the project team be outsourced?
I guess it's mainly from the company, but it could happen too.
Well, it may be from the company, but sorry, has to be from the company.
Okay.
So the project sponsor has to be someone working in the organization. Why? Because that is the person that is accountable. So we always need a hook to the company. You may have everyone, but not the project sponsor be outsourced. All right. Why?
Okay.
Because we need someone to be accountable, and the project sponsor is accountable, whereas the project manager is not accountable, is responsible for the project. What is the difference between accountability and responsibility in project management, Virginia?
So the accountability is the one who pays for it, basically. And the one who is responsible is the one who makes sure that the project happens and is successful.
Well done. All right. When we have a document in project management, let's say that the project document is called the project charter, or let's say that the project document is the scope of the project, or let's say that the document is the WBS, and that document has been approved. Who approves those documents in project management? What role?
The sponsor.
The project sponsor approves the project baselines, of course. And as a result of those approvals, you have a baseline. So a baseline is the latest approved what?
Yeah.
Is
Of
the
the
latest
project.
approved, is the latest approved what? Document, isn't it?
Yes.
Well done. All right, question number 12. We need to talk a little bit about the team values that are important for you as a project manager. What do you expect? What team values did you expect your team to display while they are working on the project? What is important to you as a project manager that they display as values?
That they are committed with the project and that they do their things on time.
So commitment is one of the values, and one of those that we discuss is extremely important. The other one being collaboration, isn't it? Like
Collaboration.
we have an open mind to collaborate with the rest of the team. And
Yeah.
commitment to complete and fulfill the project goal. Well done. Well done. Now, sometimes we have conflict. We talked a little bit about this last class, Virginia.
Yes.
Sometimes we have conflict, and that is normal because we're working with humans and things could happen. All right.
Yeah.
What is the most common cause? What is the most common cause of problems, of fights within a project team?
So it
What
could
is
be that that they are not performing, or that the job description is not very clear. And they're not
Yes,
fulfilling their responsibilities.
yes, yes, yes. Well done. That is the main reason. How good is that you remember this? The main reason of issues, problems, fights within project teams is someone doesn't know exactly what he or she needs to do. And the reason why they don't know what they need to do is because we, project managers, we fail. How we fail? Because we did not provide a clear work and job description. So fantastic. If we can avoid that situation, we will avoid it by writing very good role and work and job descriptions that will eliminate the possibility of someone not having a clear understanding of what that person needs to do. So well done. So this is telling us, all right, next time that we manage a team, let's be very clear about the project and role description. And in that role description, in that piece of document, that little paragraph, we need to add 3 elements. We need to describe, we need to disclose 3 elements. What are those elements that we need to describe, Virginia?
In the job description,
Yeah.
and the roles and responsibilities.
Yes, but what needs to go there? What information needs to go there?
The task they have to do, what they have to achieve.
Exactly. So the task they need to do is the most important one. The task or the tasks, they need to go there. So that is one. What else? You need to
The timeline, the deadlines.
when, by when, against which timeline that task needs to be developed and executed. Well done. What else?
And the resource. I don't know, budget.
And the resources and budget that we have, the tools, the technologies, the software, and the budget. Well done. Well done. All right. Some project managers, they define what will be the communication channel for they to talk, for they to interchange information with project team members. What communication channels we have available in project management, and which is the communication channel? You don't need to tell me the brand, but what is the name of that system that we should try our best to use in project management from now on? So please give me a little bit of your feedback on this one.
So there was a specific software so we could use, and like Monday, was it? I forgot the name.
Monday?
Yes.
Yeah. So Monday.com is what we call a PMS. What is a PMS, Virginia?
PMS, project management. I don't know.
Project management system.
System, of course.
Which is Monday, you know, or Trello, or
Trello, yeah.
or any one of those that we have available, Microsoft projects. All right. Asana, all of them. We don't need to remember the brands, but what we need to remember is they are called PMS, project management systems. So my advice was, all right, guys, if possible, try your best so you run your projects using a PMS, a project management system. Why? Because they're in the cloud. Why? Because everyone can access them regardless of location. Why? Because the interface is friendly, so you can access information in your phones and blah, blah, blah. All right, good, good. Now, if we don't have that technology, if we don't have that learning management system, what is the solution? What other channels we can use to interact with project team members?
We can use emails or social network or face-to-face meetings.
Yep. All right. So if we don't have the PMS, we should use everything else. You know, we need to take advantage of what is available, but definitely emails is a really good one communication channel because there is a legacy, there is a trace.
Yeah.
That's really good. That is kind of a system, but it's not as advanced as a PMS. But of course, we can create individual groups in social media or in WhatsApp. We can create WhatsApp groups, or we can use another one that is very common, very popular now, that is called Slack. Slack. Have a look at that one, Virginia, when you have time. Slack. I will write it in the chat because Slack is growing dramatically. And it's for those that don't have that PMS yet. So it's in the chat. Check that out because likely in the next few months, you may be working with someone that is using a Slack.
Slack.
Slack. It's in the chat. All right, so let's talk about the question 15, Virginia.
Yes.
Sometimes, not always, but sometimes we have individuals, we have team members that are not performing to best advantage.
Yes.
What is the meaning of it? Best advantage in project management is when someone using the resources and the time available, they complete the task successfully. All right. However, sometimes we have people with the tools, with the technologies, with the knowledge, with the systems, with the time, with the budget, and they do not the time. When that happens more than once, then you need to call in. You need to call in that individual, and you need to run something, a meeting that is called a performance review meeting. All right.
Yes.
What is the outcome of this meeting? What will happen after that meeting?
It would be a disciplinary action or a corrective action. So find a
Yes,
way to
yes.
solve the problem.
All right. So the disciplinary action will make the team member on notice. That person knows that cannot do this again. The corrective action will be training, will be, all right, this was not the fault of the project team member. It's just that the budget is not enough anyway, or whatever was the solution. But the corrective action is finding a solution to be applied in real moment. The disciplinary action is waiting for that team member to improve his or her performance. All right. But very important that you remember the name of this meeting, all right? Which is giving us as an output the corrective action or the disciplinary action. What is the name of the meeting?
The performance review meeting.
Yeah. Well done. All right, Virginia. Sometimes someone is not performing to best advantage because that person doesn't have enough knowledge in that particular area. Why?
Yes.
Why for you as a project manager? Why training and having an open mind to training others, to provide opportunities for your team members to attend conferences, for example, providing opportunities for your team members to attend short courses.
Yes.
Why that is important for you as a project manager? What is your position about it? Do you think it's an important aspect of the role of a project manager to provide constant, regular training to team members? What do you think about this?
Yes, it's important.
Can
To
you go deeper?
provide, yeah, so we need to motivate the team and provide training and coaching when they don't have the skills necessary so that we can success in our goal.
Good. You talk a little bit about coaching. As per our
Yes.
last class, what is coaching?
So isn't it when you help someone to upskill?
You are next to that person. You can listen what that person is saying. All right. The coach is next to that person, yelling, move, change, improve. You can do it. I'm going to show you how I do it. Listen, I'm going to show you how I do it. So that is the coach. The mentor is far away. The mentor is someone that you see once every 3 months. And it's going to be very hard for that mentor to know when you are falling down. So in project management, a coach usually is the project manager, because the project manager is always next to us. Is available as we require the attendance, the service, the guidelines of that project manager. Really good point about training, Virginia. We need to provide constant training. We need to fall in love with training. Project managers, we are like teachers as well. We need to provide knowledge. We don't need to deliver the knowledge, but we need to create the opportunities for people to access knowledge. Is that clear?
Yeah.
It's not about providing the knowledge. It's about providing the opportunities, which means that you need to have, Virginia, good relationships with the schools, with business schools, with training organizations in your area when you are working for a company. Why? Because you need to have those institutions close to you. So imagine that, for example, you're running your project, Virginia, and someone does not have good team communications skills. Someone does not have good communications skills, and that is creating conflict. What you would do with that person, you will send that individual to a short course in advanced communications skills. So you need to know who are the providers, where they live, how much they charge, what is the duration of the programs, and so on. In Australia, TAFEs, like Homesglen TAFE, Box Hill TAFE, many other TAFEs that you will see, they provide these services to companies. So
Okay.
employees can attend some courses to improve their behavior and also their performance. All right, Virginia, in terms of this unit, how to manage project human resources, you have demonstrated total and complete knowledge of this area of the PMBOK. So congratulations, the meeting is being recorded, and this is what I'm going to use anyway to support that you have completed this assessment.
All right.
Okay? Cool.
Thank you.
No worries. So we finished with the assessment. Just let me see how Axel is going with the lesson, and then we can have a look at your records as you go. Axel, how are you?
Okay.
Axel, can you listen to me?
Yeah, sorry, teacher.
No worries, my friend. How are you going with that lesson?
Yes, I'm going in page 7.
All right, keep working on it. Let me know
Yeah.
once you finish, okay? And just marking one of your assessments before we do the next observation, Virginia. Just
Okay.
Virginia, we will be doing the observation for the unit manage project risk. So if you want to start reading a little bit about it, that will be good.
Okay.
Virginia, I am marking this assessment of yours. And this
Oh,
is
that
for
one
the,
I didn't know.
okay, so let's talk about it, okay? Quickly.
Yes.
Let's talk about it. So the question is, what is the minimum representation of work to be done in project management? What is the maximum representation of work? The maximum is the project goal, the output, the product that it will give us. Right? But that is too much. That is too much for us to accomplish. So we need to break that goal into stages and components and work packages. And we do this by using one technique. What is the name of that technique, Virginia? That we use to break down projects.
The work breakdown structure.
Right. At the bottom, at the very bottom of the WBS, what you get? What is the last layer of that?
The activities.
Right. So what is the minimum representation of work to be done in project management?
The task.
The task, the activities. All
Oh.
right. Why? Because you cannot break them down any longer. If you can break down one activity, it's because it was not an activity. It was a work package. A work package, which is two activities somehow related. But if you cannot break down an activity any longer, it's because that is the minimum expression of work to be done. Okay.
Right.
So now you know it. Okay. All right, so for the question number 1, now that it's being recorded, I'm going to ask you again. What are the 2 characteristics? What are the 2 personal characteristics of the project sponsor.
Power and authority.
Beautiful, beautiful. Now for the question number 2, what we need to discuss is all right, for us to define what are the project activities, of course, we need to do the WBS, but we also need to have a clear understanding of the project goal. What is the project goal or the project objective? What is that?
It's the
What
main purpose.
is the main purpose of the goal of the project, isn't it? Is the result, is the output of it. All right, beautiful.
Yes.
Now, what is a project charter?
It's like a one-page document that shows important things of the project.
That's it. It's one page, it's a photography of the project. It shows the most important information about the project. And also is the document that is representing project is being approved. Right. So the project charter, project authorization, and executive project description. Well done. All right. In the project, we have a macro document, a very important document, which is more important. This plan that I want to talk about is the most important plan of all of them. What is the name of that?
It's a project management plan.
Correct. The project management plan is the macro document in project management. And we have some sub-plans that are associated to the project management plan. Do you remember any of those sub-plans by any chance?
Yes. Associated with the plan.
Yeah. Do you remember any plan that is associated to the project management plan?
Not too sure. Well, everything is in there, so could be everything, anything.
Yeah, give me one.
I don't know.
All right,
The
so
business plan.
which one?
Business plan.
The business plan is outside the project. The project management plan is the macro document in the project. Below
Yes.
that project management document, we have different plans. Examples of them: the scope management plan, which is a unit that you manage pretty well. The scope management plan. What else?
The risk management plan.
The risk management plan. Well done. What else?
The resource plan.
The human resources management plan or the resources management plan. What else? The communications management plan, the communications and all right, cool. What I want you to remember is this is the most macro plan, the management plan, the project management plan, and then we have sub plans associated to it. All right, let's go to the item number 3. In the item number 3, we need to talk about, let me check. You need to be very good at explaining to your project stakeholders what are the benefits of your project to the company. So remember, what is that? What is the benefit of a project?
What is the benefit?
Yeah.
What they will get?
Yeah, what oh, probably better if I ask you, what is the difference between the project benefit and the project output?
So the output is the result of the project, and the benefit is how the company will get a reward from that.
For that project being executed, isn't it? All right, well done. Examples of the benefits to the company.
I don't know, it will increase the sales, or we have a bigger market, or
That's it.
it will get more people.
That's it. More sales or market expansion. The project benefit are 99.99% represented in more sales or increasing the market size. All right, well done. Well done, Virginia. The benefit goes to the company. It's something that will happen after the project has been executed. Whereas the project output is the tangible result of it. Well done. All right. Do you have the skills to project management in Virginia? Usually we say the project scope is one of the easiest terms to define, one of the easiest terms to define in project management, but at the same time, one of the most difficult ones to agree on. Why?
There was one question of assessment. I forgot. Why it was hard to do.
So let's get back a little bit, all right? So defining the project scope is very simple, isn't it? You know how to define it. You tell me, what is that? What is the project scope? So
it's the resource, the budget, and the time.
Is that a description of the resources that we have for the project, the time that we have for the project, and what else? And the budget.
The budget.
Yeah. And that will tell us what we can do in the project, what we should not do. All right, will give us the parameters, the borders of our project. Well done. That is the project scope. Easy to define. Why? Very difficult to agree on. Why? Because you need to discuss that project scope with who?
With the stakeholders.
Yes, and what they may tell you.
That you're wrong.
That you're wrong. Exactly right. And you need to be prepared to manage that. To be prepared, you need to be prepared to defend your project scope, because that is like the most precious thing in project management. You don't want anyone to change that scope, because if someone change your scope, what that is telling the company? If someone successfully is changing your project scope, what is that telling the company about your project skills? About
that
your project?
Not good. You're failing.
Not good. That you're failing because you cannot control the very scope of your project.
Yeah.
All right, cool. But we know that it's difficult to get people to agree on, because once we have the project scope established, well, I'm going to ask you this. Once we have the project scope established, can we change the project scope? Yes or no?
Yes, we could. We shouldn't.
We shouldn't, but we could, correct. What is the document? What is the official form, or the official document that we have to use to change the change request? Well done. All right. The question 14, do you have the skills and knowledge to explain what are project deliverables?
I don't remember, to be honest.
All right. So let's just talk a little bit about it, all right? And then you tell me if that is enough for you. What is the most important output of the project? How we call it?
The most important output of the project, the result.
The result, how we call it? Yeah, how we call that result? We call it the project goal, all right? The project goal
Oh,
has been.
yes.
So that is the most important project output, the tangible product, which is, or which means that we have achieved the project goal. Fantastic. So that is the main output. That is the final product. Let's imagine that our product is a house. All right. So that is the final output. The result. We have achieved the project goal because it was to build a house in 3 months, blah, blah, blah. And now we are in that house. All right. So cool. The project deliverables, Virginia, are big stages within that project goal, big stages. For example, you are building a house, having the land ready, one stage. Having the structure of the house could be a second stage. Having the wiring of that house and the plumbing of that house could be the fourth stage. Having the plaster and the house painted could be the last step. So these big chunks of work is what we call in project management project deliverables. All right. It's like micro projects within the project. It's like if we need in the project, we need to cook, need to bake pizza. So having the pizza base is one deliverable. If we don't have the pizza base, we cannot continue. But there were many activities. There were many activities involved in we having the pizza base done. Right. The second one, the sauce and the toppings. We need to do that before place the pizza in the oven. So that second part will be another big deliverable. So what are deliverables? Deliverables in project management are big chunks of work packages. What is a work package? It's a combination of interrelated activities. So usually projects, they have 4, 5 deliverables. They are big chunks of work. And milestones are very important achievements in the project, but they are not mandatory always. Example, someone from the news came to our company today and they shoot an interview of our company director talking about the project. That is fantastic for the project, but it's not changing the result of it. So they are milestones.
Okay.
All right, beautiful. Acceptance criteria, of course, we need to pass the project towards a very strict process, which is we having the client accepting all the deliverables of that project. And they will have a look that everything that was in the scope was reflected as well in the result of that project as a deliverable. Well done. Okay, cool. So we have this one too. Virginia, and with this activity, you have completed the diploma. So now everything is 100% complete. Let me just Have a look at your notes and everything else, just to make sure everything is done.
Do you know how long it takes the certificate, the diploma to be sent to me?
Let me, it may take a couple of days. I don't think more than a week, but we are going to send an email so they accelerate the production of it. Yes, you have completed this. You are competent in all units.
Perfect.
You have attended all classes. Beautiful. Let me just talk to Carolina for her to send the certificate to the school, and Virginia, you will be receiving that certificate, a diploma, in the next few days, I believe. If for any
Thank you.
reason you don't receive it, just let me know. All right, but it should
Thanks.
be, we will be sending that report today. In fact, I'm going to tell Carolina to send you an email once we have sent the report to the school, so you know that the report is with the school.
Okay. Yeah, I really appreciate it because I need it for my visa.
I will let you know today. So stay tuned with your email. I will let you know once we have sent that report to the school.
Thank you so
Thank you very
much.
thank you very much for your perfect attendance as well. Very appreciated.
Thanks.
Participation, and I hope that you have learned a lot. You did a great job.
I have. Thank you, Santi.
Hey, Virginia, have a good one.
Thanks.
Okay.
So can I go now?
You can go now. We have finished with
Okay.
you.
Perfect. Thanks. Bye.
Bye. Yeah. Okay, Axel.
Yes.
Let me have a look at your records. All right, Axel, let's start with the beginning, because let me just show you what is the situation. All right, for the first unit, you still have a lot of work to do. For not a lot. You have to do one assessment for the unit number one assessment for the unit number 2, unit number 3, no worries, all good. Unit number 4, you need to complete one assessment. Oh no, sorry, this is the one that we are doing now. So you need to work on the unit managed project information and communication. You need to work on the unit managed project risk. So keep those two in mind. I will tell you what else. We need to work on the unit managed project time, managed project quality, and managed project cost. So 5 units. 5 units that you need to start working on, Axel, before you get too behind. All right.
Okay. So can you repeat the last 2, please?
Sure. You can have. I'm going to show you probably better using your program. Let me just show you using your software. So for the past intake, you need to go to the learning plan.
That one. Okay.
And the learning plan will tell you what you need to do. So you need to do unit 1, 2, and 3. And if you open the tabs, it will tell you what you need to do.
Yeah.
You are very behind, my friend, now. So I want you to catch up with that first block, which is the one, or is the oldest one. Manage project time first, manage project quality second, manage project cost. Right? So I will be with you here, but I want you to start working on manage project time. Let's try to catch up as much as we can, all right?
All right.
So go to manage project time, please. You have done the lesson, you need to do the online quiz now.
Yeah, I start some of them. In this case, I am in the question 10, so I can continue that.
Okay, awesome. If you can do that, that would be great. So I can start doing some marking at my end as well. Okay, Axel, I will be stopping the recording because you and me will be working on your assessments. Okay, that's what we will be. So we will be stopping the recording now.
Okay. So, for example, when I have doubts about the questions, where I can find the answers, because sometimes I cannot advance because I don't know the answer.
All right. So how can we solve that?
For example, the item 11.
Yeah. How you try with the people?
Yeah, but sometimes I can find the.
Even without, okay. What is the question 11, for example?
How does an activity list differ from a milestone list?
All right. So the activity list is a list of tasks that we have to complete. We need to complete them. The milestone list is not mandatory to complete them. It is a nice to do, but it's not a must do.